The headline: organized crime groups are increasingly moving into the auto theft space. This intelligence assessment counts 78 groups, most of them in Ontario and Quebec, and says they're taking on more risks, including the use of violence. It was only 2 weeks ago this car owner was pumping gas in Newmarket, north of Toronto, when a carjacker slid into the driver's seat to take off. Another driver tried to block his exit, but he reverses, nearly ripping off the door, and flees. It's scenes like these, which have played out too many times, that a report by the Criminal Intelligence Service Canada says will likely become more common, and it warns the level of violence and the use of weapons will increase. Like we see here. When York Regional Police use a flashbang to take down suspected car thieves in a stolen Acura, the suspects run and one tosses a loaded handgun.
We're seeing that already. The violence has increased. We've seen an increase in carjackings, an increase in home invasions, and an increase in break-and-enters to steal vehicles, steal keys.
The report lays bare the inner workings of organized auto theft and the money in play. It starts with a spotter who trolls parking lots and driveways, sometimes planting GPS trackers on desired vehicles. Next, a thief, commonly a young person and a lower-level criminal, steals the vehicle, earning $500 to $1,500 each time. A driver then transports it. In the East, that's most often to the Port of Montreal. At the upper level of the crime groups, a facilitator works as a middleman, connecting with an exporter and ultimately the buyer. And that's where the big money is made. Buyers and exporters are pulling in $50,000 profit per container, often holding 2 cars, according to this intelligence briefing.
The profit margin is massive. We've heard of areas where they're almost getting double the value of a Canadian car.
While recent data shows auto thefts in Canada have decreased 17% in the first half of this year, the report cautions the criminal drive for profit will continue to drive more thefts.
We can't take the foot off the pedal.
With the risks as high as ever. Carolyn Jarvis, Global News, Toronto.